Hello. Let's continue our learning on adding three-digit numbers by going to page 15 in our math packet that we used from our binders yesterday. You'll want to do this video after you have tried these problems on your own first. So you'll do all of page 15 on your own and then watch this video. So go ahead and pause it if you need to work on these problems by yourself first, and then unpause it so you can watch as we work through the problems, and then I want you to double check your answers. So let's get started. On number 1, it says write the numbers of ones, tens, and hundreds. So if there's 14 ones, what does that look like in numbers? 14 is still 14 ones. How many tens is there in 110? There's 11. And if you needed to see that, I have our place value box here in class, so I'm going to get 11 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then we would just count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. 110 is 11 tens. And then 500 is how many hundreds? 5. And then we're going to regroup on the next problem. So you regroup whenever you have 10 or more ones, 10 or more tens. So in this problem, we have 476 plus 148. That leaves us with 14 ones. And so we need to regroup them. And we need to take 10 away so that we can have a 10. And then we have 4 ones left. So instead of just saying we have 14 ones, now we want to say that we have 1 10 and 4 ones. And then 110, since we have 10 or more tens, remember that's 11 tens, that's 1 too many, we need to, or 2 too many, essentially, we need to regroup. And so 110 is how many hundreds and how many tens? Well, we know that this is a third digit in the hundreds place, so we know we're going to have 100, and then we know we're going to have 110. And then in the 500s, we're just going to leave as 500s. Let's look at problem 2. To write the total number of ones, tens, and hundreds after the regrouping. So after we regroup, how many ones, how many tens, how many hundreds? So let's look at the ones first. So here we have 4 ones. How many tens do we have? We have 1 10 up here and 1 10 down here, so that's 2 tens. And then we have 100 right here and 500 right there, so that makes 600s. Then on number 4, it says, why should you get the same total when you use different strategies to find 476 plus 148? Well, it doesn't matter what strategy you're using because the numbers are the same, right? So if you add the numbers but you use a different strategy, you're still going to get the same answer. So a possible answer you could say is, I am adding the same numbers. If you have something similar to that, you don't need to copy this down. I'm adding the same numbers. So the total will be the same. And then last on number 5, it says look back at your try it strategies by classmates, models it. So that's what we did yesterday. We did it on our own, and then we looked at 3 different models. Which one is your favorite strategy for adding 3-digit numbers? Do you like to add the hundreds, tens, and ones with the words attached to the number? Do you like to start with the hundreds column first, or do you like to start with the ones column first? Explain your answer here, and I will check it in class. You can start by writing something like, I like, if you aren't sure how to get started. So look back on page 14 and 13 and see what strategy you like best and write it here. When you're done, we're going to turn the page, and you're going to try these problems on your own on page 16. So you'll start with 6 and then do 7 and 8. So go ahead and pause the video and work through those. And then I want you to unpause the video so we can go over these together. Make sure to show your work, and I will be checking these in class. So pause the video now and work through these on your own. And then unpause the video so we can go over the answers together. All right, it looks like you've worked through the answers on your own, or maybe you need a little bit of help and you're not sure how to get started. Let's try this problem here by adding the 100s, the 10s, and then the 1s. That's the strategy I'm going to use on here, and it's okay if you used a different strategy. You just want to make sure your answer is the same. And so what is 649 plus 184? Show your work. So I want to see that you did some equations or you set up a chart with numbers in it. I want to see some work here, not just an answer. So if you didn't do any work, go ahead and follow with me. So I'm going to look first at the 100s, and I'm going to say 600 plus, and then I'm going to go to the tens place. 4 would be 40, and then the ones place would be 9. And then I want to go to the next number, 184. I'm going to look at the hundreds first. It's 100 plus 80 plus 4. And then add your equal sign. And then we'll just go down and add 600 plus 100 for 700. Plus, we've got 40 plus 80. That's 120. 4 plus 8 is 12, and then you just bring the 0. Plus 9 plus 4, and that's 13. So then we need to add these together. So I'm going to do the hundreds first. So 700 plus 100 is 800. And then I'm going to add the 10. So 0 plus 20 plus 1, that's 30. And then 0 plus 0 plus 3. Okay, so it doesn't matter which strategy you used, your answer should be 833. Let's go to the next problem. Find the sum. 427 plus 297. I like the strategy I was using up above, so I'm going to do that again. So first I like to go this way since it's written like here. 400 plus 20 plus 7. And then the second number, 297, we'll break that into 200 plus 90 plus 7 equals sign. 400 plus 200 is 600. 20 plus 90 is 110. 7 plus 7 is 14. We'll add that together. So 600 plus 100 700. 0 plus 10 plus 10 is 20. And then 0 plus 0 plus 4, 724. Remember, it doesn't matter which strategy you used, as long as you have some work and you got the correct answer. If not, you can do it my method. And then on the last one, explain how you would find the sum 375 plus 545. So this one is looking for words because it said explain. And so you might say something like, I would add the ones together, the tens together, and the hundreds together. You don't have to have the same answer. Whatever you would do to solve it is fine. Just write it down in words. And so I could give an example. Since I said I was going to do the ones first, I would start with the ones. So I would say like 5 plus 5 equals 10. And then I said I was going to do the tens next. So 7 plus 4. And that's really 70 plus 40. That equals 110. And then I would do the hundreds next, since that's what I said. I would do the hundreds. So 300 plus 500 equals 800. And now I'm going to have to do a little bit of regrouping here because I want to show that 110 is really 100 plus 10. So that makes it easier when I go to add 10 plus 100 plus 10 plus 800. And so if I look at my hundreds, that's going to be 900. And then I have a 10 and a 10, which is 20. And I don't have any ones, so just 920 is my answer. All right, that's it for today. Make sure you have your packet ready and filled out for when we come back to school Monday. We have one more lesson tomorrow. See you then.